Come on, sell it. Hey, everybody. Surprise. Brooklyn Squad in the building. We need to talk about some things, y'all. Honey, yep. We need to talk. That's right. Hit them thumbs up. I want to see them thumbs up. I want to see them thumbs up like you're twerking. I want to see them thumbs up like you're twerking it. What's up, Brooklyn Squad? It's your girl Jane. I'm back again with another video. Y'all already know what it is. When you come on this platform, you know I'm grateful for each and every one of y'all. We're going to get right into it. So hit them thumbs up. Share this video. You're going to want to share it. Because, honey, when I tell you, we got to talk about some things. What is going on in these streets, in these YouTube streets, baby? Peach time tea. Stop playing. Happy birthday to ya. Hey, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yes, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. It is her birthday. Show her some love when y'all come up in here. Please drop your link so they can subscribe to you. Please. Drop your link, Peachy Tea Time, so they can sub to your channel. You just surprise me. Okay. Hey, Sheriff's Nation. Hey, y'all. Hey, babe. Hey, sis. I didn't even tell her I was going live, y'all. I just sprung it. I don't know. I was just sitting here and I was like, you know what? I missed them. And it's time to go live. It's just time to do that. It is just time to do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link. Because if you want to come up on here, please do. Because let me tell y'all something. I'm hearing in these streets that Shanquella Robinson case is not going to be no justice. Excuse me? We need to talk. So we need to talk. Oh, damn, what I do? Okay. I don't want to mess this stuff up. Drop your link, Peach Time. Thank you. Cheryl, drop your link. Damn, I can't do the link. Why am I having trouble doing this link? There we go. Also join the Brooklyn True Crime group that I have. I appreciate it. Peach Time, I appreciate you joining. Y'all, this is crazy, y'all. This is like Shanquella Robinson. I'm going to play some stuff and we're going to get into it. Because, first of all, her family really deserves... First of all, no, let me just say, every family deserves justice. All families deserve justice. And as we say it, thanks, boo. And her family is hungry. Do you hear me? Her family is hungry. And they've been out here, right? They've been out here fighting and fighting and fighting, trying to get her some justice. They even got Ben Crump. You know, when they did the GoFundMe, right? I hear a lot of people was like, what they need the money for? What they need the money? Ben Crump ain't cheap. Not that it's any of our business on what the GoFundMe or what they was doing with their stuff, but people was just, sometimes you got these people, right, that are supportive, that are real supportive. And then you got the people that just want to run their fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I was seeing all type of stuff. I don't respond. I just look, right? And I watch. And then Ben Crump came. And then people were like, oh, that's where the money will go in. That's right. They got Ben Crump, right? So when they got Ben Crump started making noise, right? Then he got this other young lady, right? And I don't know much about her. Man, I don't know nothing about her. I keep it real 100 over here. I don't know a damn thing about this woman, right? But I am going to learn. And what I learned today was one of my subs hit me up and said, she's on a reality show. So I was like, oh, I'm going to have to look that up, right? My sub was like, oh, that's where I know her from. And matter of fact, I'm going to read you the text because I don't want to get shit twisted. And I think that's cool and everything, right? Ain't no shade. I ain't no shading. I'm just trying to say, like, I gotta. she doing her thing. That lady is doing her thing. Oh, it's not even on here. It's in my video that she put it. Hold on, y'all. So I was like, oh wow, really? Okay. What's up, Brooklynsquad? So I'm like, they said, the attorney is from Ready to Love reality show. The attorney is from the reality show Ready to Love. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna look into that. So I was like, okay, she doing her thing though, right? So she go all the way to Mexico, right? She go to Mexico. Mexico was cool with her, right? Said Mexico didn't disrespect her or anything. Mexico had its stuff, but it was all right. Said it was the United States problem. So I'm like, all right, now they bringing it to United States, so we might get some. I think she's gonna get justice. I think she's gonna get justice. But then now they're talking about no justice. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, I know I have to show it on my phone. Uh, I have a something else coming, so I won't be able to. I will be able to show it differently. Um, a tablet and stuff like that was coming to me. So I'll be doing things differently. But for right now, just bear with me. Y'all been rocking with me. So those of you that are new, I have to show things on my phone. Okay. So let's see this. Great afternoon. I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of the Charlotte local news media this afternoon to Little Rock AME Zion Church. Thank you for making it not robbery to come and join this family and attorney Sue Ann Robinson. And on behalf of Pastor Walker, the family would say thank you to Pastor Walker and the Little Rock AME Zion Church for opening up the doors and allowing this to take place this afternoon. I am Mario Black, founder of Million Youth March Charlotte and Salisbury. And we're going to go ahead and get started with this afternoon. I'm going to bring up attorney Sue Ann Robinson.
thank you again. Thank you, Mario. Thank you for having us, Pastor. We really, truly appreciate it. We're here today. Obviously, everyone knows that the FBI has released their statement indicating that they don't plan on filing any charges after investigating Shanquella's case. So we're here today. We're disappointed, but we're not deterred. It's not something that's necessarily unexpected in the sense that black and brown people always have to carve their own path to justice. Today, just sitting in the meeting with the family, listening to what was we were being advised and listening to what the so-called investigation was um, revealing, I thought back to Miss Wanda, Ahmad's mother, who had to take her case to the state attorney's office and had to beg for charges to be pressed in the death of her son. And I remembered Sandra Bland's mother, who had to do the same thing when they told us all that an investigation revealed that her cause of death was suicide. And
Mm-hmm.
I think most about in Shanquella's case because her attack was captured on video, and now we're being told that there aren't going to be isn't going to be an arrest or there aren't going to be any charges brought. It reminds me of George Floyd and how we
Mm.
were told that while we were watching with our own eyes Derek Chauvin putting his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, we were being told that he was having a heart attack and that he was suffering from a drug overdose. So while we're here disappointed, we're not deterred. Um, we're going to continue to press on. We're going to continue to demand that there's a high level of diplomatic intervention in this case. That if the U.S. authorities are now again telling us, oh, well, it's back on Mexico because Mexican authorities have to do something, we don't have a problem with that. We know that we have to carve our own path to justice, and we've been doing that from the very beginning. Um, Mrs. Robinson has demonstrated tremendous strength, and I talk about it all the time, as well as Kula, her sister, having to bury a child, grieve for a child, get through all of that stuff, and then fight for justice for your child at the same time. And then being advised today, well, despite there being a video showing a vicious and brutal attack of your child while she's naked and obviously not fighting back, there is nothing that can be done in terms of charges being filed by the FBI that you have to seek your redress and your justice somewhere else. And that's fine. Mrs. Robinson, again, is obviously disappointed, as is all the family at the meeting today. But we're not deterred. We're still going to be marching. We're still going to rally in D.C. on May 19th because it shouldn't be that in this country that black women, black and brown victims of crime have to do this every time they are victims of crimes. But it is unfortunately what it is. And again, any discrepancies or any issues with respect to Mexican autopsy versus the autopsy conducted by the FBI, all of those things are going to be a result of a delay. And now we're witnessing the result of a delay, which is why there was always a concern, which is why I always say this is the people's case, this is the people's movement. There's no reason why a black woman should go on vacation with her friends, be returned to her family in a box, and nothing be done for 5 months. That
Mm.
the FBI be permitted to sit on their hands, that they be permitted to say, we're working, because justice delayed can be justice denied. We all know that and have seen it time and time again. And so that's why I say, on behalf of the family, again, we're very disappointed, very deeply disappointed. Um, but we're not deterred because it's something that we've seen before, and we know that we have to carve our own path to justice. Ms. Robinson knew that when she asked me to go on a fact finding mission to Mexico, that we were obviously in a state of affairs where there's two different justice systems in America. And we know that in ours, we have to fight for our justice, we have to rally for our justice, we have to beg for the same constitutional rights. And Shanquella is doing that even in death. Even in death, she's having to fight for her rights as a U.S. citizen, as a victim of a crime. The U.S. authorities have to understand and have to know that even if for them it's not about Shanquella, that United States citizens cannot go to Mexico, commit a crime, that we all saw on a video and then come to America and say, we're on base, we're safe, we're not going to be charged with a crime. That cannot be the message that the U.S. authorities want to send. So again, discrepancies in the autopsy results between Mexican authorities that we've been discussing, unfortunately, and not being discussed by the right individuals, have all been caused by delays. If it had been taken serious from the very beginning, if the internet and the people and social media didn't have to create the movement behind the case, and the authorities would have gotten involved the minute the video surfaced, there wouldn't have been a delay. There would have been immediate statements taken from the individuals involved. There would have been time to take an immediate autopsy of the body before it was embalmed. All of those things would have been done, but because it was the death of a young, Black, beautiful, brilliant, educated woman who was on vacation, justice was delayed. There was no investigation done. It was not taken seriously until the people had to say, hey, we're not going to accept that this is just what it is. This can't be just what it is. We see with our own eyes an attack, an assault, a crime happening, and nothing's being done. That came from you all. That came from the people saying, we demand answers. And today we actually ended up with way more questions than answers. And so that's why I'm determined and fully aware, and the team, Ben Crump, Tamika Mallory, Untold Freedom, Mario Black, all of us, we stand with this family, and we're going to stand with this family till the very end. And we're in Washington, and we're going to rally because we understand, unfortunately, what the job is, what the work is, and that...
Singers, is your side job sucking your time and energy away from your singing? Do you wish you could finally quit and cheat?
Sorry, y'all. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Shay Shay.
And we've seen it time and time again. And I've said it in other press conferences. I would like to be put out of this line of business. I don't want to be here on behalf of another beautiful Black family begging for dignity and respect and basic constitutional rights. I don't want to be doing those things. But that is what it is right now. We have two separate justice systems, where one is, if you're a victim of a crime and you look a certain way, it's going to be covered by the media. It's going to be resolved in a certain way. And we have our cases where we have to have press conferences and rallies, and we have to beg the government to intervene. And that's not okay. And that's why it's the most important work of our time. And so we're disappointed. We're not deterred. We're pressing on. We absolutely will keep you guys updated on everything we're doing, but we're definitely pushing toward the 200th day to be in DC. We hope that everyone can join us, because the message cannot be that U.S. citizens can go overseas and commit crimes against other U.S. citizens and come back and say that they're on base, that they're not going to be arrested, that there's going to be such a delay in the investigation that the evidence will have time to dissipate and they'll have time to change their stories or work on the evidence. That can't be the message, because this is the land of the free and the home of the brave, and we have U.S. constitutional rights, and there's victims' rights, and we're going to fight for that. We're going to fight for that, whether the victim of the crime is Shanquella or whether it's any Black woman. We're going to fight for that because it's deserved. It's
That's
our right as U.S. citizens. So I'll have, do you want to speak? Okay. So I can take questions. Sure. I said there was a delay, meaning that the video was released on November 16th. So we were advised today that the U.S. authorities begin an investigation until after their own autopsy had been conducted, which would have been well after the video came out. And really the bigger issue is that without the video, before the video even came out, if you all remember, there was a statement released saying no foul play. Before any evidence was even entered, there was a statement made saying, "Oh, there's no foul play." That statement was never retracted, but because the case was never taken seriously from the beginning, that caused the delay. That caused Mexico to have to do their own autopsy, then the FBI to have to wait for the Robinson family to have the body transported. All of these things should have been done by U.S. federal authorities if they took the case seriously from the beginning. But it wasn't taken seriously from the beginning.
That's right.
The people had to move the case. We had to demand that the case be taken seriously. And those delays are going to cause discrepancies in an investigation. We all watched First 48, know that time investigating a murder or homicide or any crime that you have to investigate swiftly. We saw it with the kidnapping case in Mexico. Immediately, the FBI said $50,000 reward. We're moving in. We're coordinating with the Mexican authorities. There was no swift action on this case. There was absolutely no urgency on the part of the U.S. authorities. So, did I answer your question? Oh, okay, sure. So, yeah, absolutely, because it's going to be revealed. It's going to be the feds are going to release their results of their autopsy, which was done after the body was embalmed and then transported, and they're advising that there isn't a spinal cord injury, that the Mexican autopsy says there's a spinal cord injury, but according to is no spinal cord
What?
injury.
Y'all hear that?
Also advising that there's swelling on Shanquella's brain, but that her cause of death is undetermined. So to me, if you are in an investigation, how are you closing an investigation on a case where the cause of death is undetermined, but we all see showing a brutal attack? That doesn't, it's not giving undetermined. It's giving there's a video and now you're telling us something else, not to believe our own eyes, which is why I invoked George Floyd's case, which is why I said, that was a case where we were being told, don't believe your own eyes. Don't believe that Derek Chauvin has his knee on his neck for 8 minutes. Believe that it's really a heart palpitation or he's having some sort of drug overdose. We see the video. We see what happened. We see that she's being beaten, but we're being told that, the cause of death is undetermined.
Right.
And that can happen if the autopsies are delayed. That can happen.
There was an arrest warrant out of Mexico. How does the FBI statement today impact that arrest warrant? And do they give you any indication that they will extradite the people who were on that trip?
Right. They've indicated that that basically what they're doing is what I've talked about from the beginning, which is ping ponging. The FBI today said, well, we're not going to press charges, but Mexico could do something if they want to do. And if Mexico wants to do something, then it's no problem. We'll be fully cooperative with anything that Mexico wants to do. So again, as you all know, I went to Mexico, and Mexico said, we've sent everything over to Interpol, everything to FBI. We've sent all of our documents. We're just awaiting word from U.S. authorities on what needs to be done next. So there's a Department of International Affairs, the Department of State, obviously, who we've contacted and sent a letter to, and they know what needs to be done. And that's what's so frustrating about the case, because it's not something that's without precedent or without a protocol. And so for the United States government and for the FBI today to sit and tell myself, Robinson, and Mr. Robinson, that there's nothing to be done on their end, they're closing their investigation, and I guess Mexico could do something they want to, is absolutely absurd. Not just for Shanquella's case, though. It's not absurd just for her case. It's absurd any person who would be a victim of a crime overseas committed by a U.S. citizen. How can you just say, okay, well, as long as we make it back home, we're not going to get in trouble? That makes no sense. Yes. 1 second. Yes.
Hold on, y'all.
Just got better.
I was just about to say, it might be a commercial popping up anytime soon. Gotta have them commercials for them, right?
Exactly. And that's exactly what we've been asking for from the beginning, which is a high level of diplomatic intervention. It's going to take more than the local FBI field office in Charlotte. With all due respect to all the work that they do, it's going to take more than that, because there has to be a high level of diplomatic intervention. Heads of state have to talk to heads of state and say, listen, this is what it is. This is what happened. It's on video. We can't have U.S. citizens do this. Cannot occur. How are we going to resolve this? There needs to be a result in an amendment to the treaty or whatever has to be done. But it cannot be that you can commit a crime and come back and say you're on base.
Right.
That can't be the result. So between then and now, we're absolutely preparing for the rally on the 200th day on May 19th. And then we definitely are going to still be, beating down doors and asking for our meetings in terms of, the head of the International Affairs Committee and their chair and all of the things that we've been doing. We're still going to continue that. And that's why I say, on behalf of the family, we are deeply disappointed, but we're not deterred. Yes. Right. And I think the issue right now, and what I'm kind of alluding to, is that if an extradition request was needed, if that was the one piece that we were all here waiting for, why wouldn't there be a high level of diplomatic intervention to say, hey, there's criminals among us. Mm-hmm. They're walking around and they hurt someone. Can you get this? There needs to be communication. Right. And the reason why there's no communication is because the case hasn't been taken seriously.
Right.
Absolutely. Like I said, I was advised by the Attorney General in Baja Sur directly, we have sent everything. They have everything. And remember, for the FBI to conduct their investigation, they've advised us, we're in communication with Mexico. That's how we did our investigation, to say we're not pressing charges. Mm-hmm. So if they're in communication with Mexico, why isn't part of the communication, hey guys, we got to drop off the extradition paperwork?
Yeah, this is crazy. So much to talk.
The State Department has not advised. What I'm saying is, and what I've said since I went to Mexico, which is they have advised all the documents they need to submit have been submitted. So now we're being advised, well, we're not going to press charges in the United States. Maybe Mexico's going to do something. So the point is, if you're having ongoing communication because you're involved in investigation and you really give a damn, then that's a very simple communication. Hey guys, we're not going to be able to press charges, but you guys go ahead and prepare your extradition paperwork so we can get it sorted out, since there's criminals over here just running around free and it's hurting an American family. That's a very simple communication. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Mexico? We were not communicating with the U.S. Attorney's Office in the United States. We were communicating with
Mexico,
the FBI, and the State Department. Oh, we were all getting the same update, which is we were investigating. Yeah, for the last 5 months. Okay, so 2 questions. Right. We are still going to White House, and we are still moving towards that, because our belief has always been from the beginning that it's always going to be bigger than the local feds in Charlotte. That it's going to take a high level of diplomatic intervention, because heads of state have to talk to heads of state. That's just the bottom line. It's a transnational criminal case And so it's going to take a little bit more, especially because it involves one of us. Again, I hate to keep repeating that in the Mexican kidnapping case, that was the most swift action.
Ooh, ever. Say it.
So saying to Shanquella's family, oh, we had to look around, it took us a while, we had to wait to get this autopsy result, is absolutely disingenuous, because swift action could have been taken if it was taken seriously from the beginning. And then what was the second part of your question?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, the issue is everyone is ping-ponging against everyone else. So first, you have to meet with this person in order to meet with this person in order to have a meeting with this. So we have now completed this piece, which again, we're disappointed by what was said today, but we're not deterred. So that's what I'm saying. We're continuing on the same path to the rally on May 19th and to have meetings with heads of state. So you met with FBI charges today. Talk to me a little bit more about that meeting. What do they think is the missing piece so that they can
If you don't want to learn how to buy houses legally.
Yeah. This shit is deep, y'all. We got 9 people in here. Make sure you put them thumbs up, please. Appreciate it.
There is not a missing piece. So I don't want there to be a narrative saying that there's a missing piece. There's no missing piece. There's a video. Her cause of death is currently undetermined, and they've advised, based on their own autopsy, that they cannot determine a cause of death for Shanquella. Her autopsy that took place in the United States was done after her body was embalmed, which means there was a delay, obviously. There's an undetermined cause of death and a video showing her being beaten. So you tell me what the missing piece was.
Come on, girl.
So I unfortunately am not able to be present for the supposed conversations between Mexican authorities and United States authorities on this particular case, right? I can only say what I was advised. So the Mexican authorities are saying to me, hey, listen, we don't mind giving you our investigative packet. Here it is. This is exactly the documentation that we've already sent to Interpol and the FBI. So then the FBI says, I mean, we could do something if Mexico would do something. But do you see all that does take life and create that we
Yes,
is for someone at a high level to intervene and say, hey guys, it's an international murder investigation. Let's figure out what needs to be done. If there has to be a meeting, if I need to get on a plane, if I have to go there, if we have to do a Zoom, whatever it is. You think on a transnational criminal case that would affect tourism in Mexico, that would affect criminal law, obviously, in the United States in terms of not deterring people from going overseas to commit crimes and then returning back to the United States, that somebody could figure out how to have a meeting.
Voices for Vanish. Hey, sis.
The fact that it's being represented to us that there is some sort of communication, because there was communication and documents exchanged for the FBI here to investigate. So it's not that they're saying we don't have communication. So if the missing piece is a document, right? Just like we can talk about it and say, hey, the missing piece is a document, so can they. And they should be. And if they were taken serious, they would have those documents in place. Yes.
That's a shame. It really is a shame. They got more evidence than we seen.
Talk about the person.
Don't forget, allegedly, that second video. Well, we're going to talk, though.
Okay. So I've said it before, it's not a secret. the Mexican authorities have already identified in their investigation, based on the identification of the aggressor in the video that we all saw, they identified Dejanay Jackson as the aggressor.
Boom.
Yes.
Is civil action a possibility?
Certainly.
And the FBI into any indication if they interviewed people?
She about done with their asses.
Right. And they did advise that there were interviews conducted. And that's why I say any discrepancies, and I can speak plainly because at this point it's why. If you wait till 5 months after someone committed a crime, I'm not a trained investigator, but I would imagine that the people would have time, if they were involved, allegedly, in a crime, they would have the opportunity and time and space to delete text messages if that's what they want to talk to each other about the case. Which is why, generally speaking, in investigations, once you know there's an issue, you immediately and swiftly investigate to prevent delays that would prevent discrepancies, that would prevent justice from being served. And so that's why it's so disheartening that the U.S. authorities allowed there to be such a delay in this case.
Exactly.
Yes.
You ever have that moment?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
I don't think there is a lot of bureaucratic tape. I think it's pretty simple that in the United States, that when there are Black and brown victims of crimes, there is a whole other set of things that have to be done than not. So that's why I said, Ahmaud Arbery's case, Ms. Wanda had to go to the state attorney herself. She had to go hire attorneys. She had to beg these people to investigate a case that in the end, we all know ended up in convictions, not just in local court, but also in federal court for civil rights violations. But Miss Wanda, a Black mom, had to push for that. It's not like the justice system said, hey, here's your justice. Here's what the course of action is. Here's what you need to do. She had to push for that. Sandra Bland's mom had to push for that. In George Floyd's case, their family had to push for those things. And so it's something that is unexpected. I mean, I would think as a student of the law and as an attorney for 16 years, we could get somewhere with it, but we're not there.
Hey.
I mean, there's other ways for us to do that, a similar exploration. And I say sure in terms of civil lawsuit because it's never outruled, but that's not where we are in this moment. In this moment, the frustration is, why is there two different systems? That's the frustration. Why do we have to go and think about, let's use a civil remedy and bend ourselves all out of shape for something that's fair in the Constitution, basic, you're a victim of a crime, this is how it should be handled, it's on video, this is how it should be handled. Why do we have to do all of those things, I think, is the frustration at this moment, and why we're saying we're pushing to still go to Washington and we want all of you to join us there, because it really is bigger than Shanquella, and it's
right.
Very close to my heart, obviously, because these are my clients, and I got to learn and know Shanquella after her passing, but this should be This should be a packed room. This is a national issue. Anyone could go on vacation. Anyone could go on vacation with a group of people with malintent and be hurt, and then the people can come back and say, we're on base. We're okay. FBI isn't going to get us. We're fine. That should not be the case. Oh, sure. On May 19th, we're going to go to Washington, and we're going to march to the Department of State.
May 19th, y'all.
Yes. Right. How many people that know? Right. They said that they interviewed people that were the travel mates, and that they interviewed people who were in the house, and that they were in communication with Mexican authorities. Which is why I say, well, if you're in communication with them and there's an error in the process, like they're having a problem, like they say, okay, well, we can't bring an investigation because XYZ, right? Whatever they put into their inputs can't get the output that we're requesting, then they should be able to have that conversation.
All right, y'all. That's good with that. Because that's about ended anyway. Let's talk. With all this evidence, first of all, let me say thank you, everyone, for joining. What's up, my girl, Shay Shay? Hey, Voices for Vanish is here. Sharon Nation in the building. Thank y'all all for joining me. I do appreciate you. I really, really do. I saw Kathy B also. Hey, girl. What's up, boo? Listen, with all this evidence that they got, you mean to tell me that they will not get justice the legal way? And I'm gonna go back, and we're gonna talk to let's get we do nothing but get real over, right? Hey, Miss V. Hola, mamita. We do nothing but get real over here, right? So let's get really real. With all that evidence that they got, because they got the tape that we saw, right? But don't they have allegedly another video that some of us didn't even see? Myself, I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I know a few other people that did see it. People on Facebook seen it, and some people didn't see it. I didn't see it. Some people seen it, and that tape was another female fighting. There's no fighting. For me, I can't even use the word fighting. Attacking Shanquella Robinson. So they also have that. What more do you need? That right there, right, should have been enough to lock that person up. Dejanay up. I ain't got to say that person because they already said her name, right? But there was more besides the tape. They had witnesses. They started talking, right? Witnesses started talking, saying about how they and we got, oh baby, First off, okay, no, let me get back. So witnesses started talking, right? Saying that when they got there, who was it? The guy that I'm gonna have to look it up because I want to make sure I'm saying this right. The guy that does the food and stuff, the waiter at the villa, because it was somebody's birthday, so they ordered a bunch of drinks, food, stuff like that. So the guy that served the food and stuff, he said that Shanquella's attitude, not attitude, but her behavior, you could tell she wasn't comfortable. You could tell she wasn't comfortable. He said he even I think went to pour her a drink, or he said something to her and she didn't even respond to him. And I'm gonna find that also. Baby, oh, trust me, I'm looking. We gonna get into it. Hold on, y'all. Also, damn, if I could find it, I'm looking for a certain thing. What I'm looking for. Remember when that boy came forward? Somebody give me his name. One of the Cabo Six, the young man that came forward and said that he got there late. I don't know what Dave is out there doing, child. Nazia, thank you. Let's go back to his video because I was watching another video, right? And somebody pointed out that there is no Cabo Six. There was an extra person there besides Shanquella. So that makes 8 people. I didn't plan on doing Hey Tracy, babe. I didn't plan on doing this live today about this case. So I don't have all my stuff in a row, but usually I had to have everything on paper and stuff. So we just gonna have to look for it as we go. I don't like doing that. I like to have everything prepared. But I was just sitting here and I was like, boo, I want to go live out of nowhere. So y'all gotta excuse me. Okay, Nazir. Because he says something in a video. We never caught it. We never caught. I'm going to speak for myself. I never caught it. And his ass should be in jail too. That's just my opinion. But I'm not defending him. But he says something in a video about them being the extra person there. But we ain't never catch it. You was researching. So let's go back and listen to his video. Let's see if we can find it. If I can find it. If y'all find it before me, send it to me. Let's see. I hate doing this though. I hate looking for stuff when, I like to already have my stuff prepared. But it's all good. What's his name? Nazir, right? Let me see. Nazeer. N-A-Z. Nazir. Okay. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Who was the other person? Because there's a paper, right? Other person's name is not on that list. But we're going to get into all that. But check this out.
And I'm going to go to this trip. Because I got asked to go on the trip in June, but I didn't reply because I didn't know what I was doing for my birthday, since the next birthday was the next week after mine. So, yes, I left on Saturday. The trip was from Friday to Monday, October 28th, 29th, 30th. 31st going home. Didn't even make it there. So I get off my flight around like 2:16 Mexico time. I guess we 2 hours ahead. 2:16 p.m. I make a phone call. To everybody who there. Like I need the address. So during this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Kula wasn't feeling good. They told me that Kula was sick and she was showing signs of alcohol poisoning. They got that because one of their friends told them that they were seeing signs. So she was showing symptoms of alcohol poisoning. But I didn't know it was a fight. Hold on. I got my bagel. And I'm put this one down because I'm not.
Who was the other friend? Who was the other friend? One of their friends? Who was the other person? Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saving nobody yet. 29th, 30th. 31st going home. Didn't even make it there. So I get off my flight around like 2:16 Mexico time. I guess we 2 hours ahead. 2:16 p.m. I make a phone call. To everybody who there. Like I need the address. So during this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Kula wasn't feeling good. They told me that Kula was sick and she was showing signs of alcohol poisoning. They got that because one of their friends told them that they were seeing signs. So she was showing symptoms of alcohol poisoning. But I didn't know it was a fight. Hold on. I got my Bible. And I'm put this blunt down because I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie on I'm not saving nobody ass. I'm not protecting my ass. I'm just coming here to keep it real because my DMs going crazy and all this posting my ass and stuff. Like y'all can go there if y'all want, but it's not gonna be pretty. But when I got there, it took us an hour. My taxi driver, it took us an hour to get to the villa because there was traffic. I don't know why. So I got to the villa around 3:26. Instantly, as soon as I go to Kula. Kula didn't leave my side, none of that, till the nurse came. But I got too far ahead. So Kula was laying on the couch in the game room. The fucking villa was like a big ass mansion, no upstairs, all tile on the wall, tile on the floor, straight tile, nothing else. It was just a big ass villa. I don't know if y'all can do.
Quilla was laying on the couch in the game room. Didn't they say she was in the bathroom? Hey, Trey. Shay said exactly, Jazz. You doing well things. I don't believe it was a Shay said, I don't believe it was an extra person though, but did seem where they was saying it was. It did seem where you don't believe there was an extra person, Shay? Why there are towels everywhere? No, they could have said that to throw folks off. I don't know. We'll see. I saw but we'll get to that though. Okay, let's continue listening to his bullshit.
On the website, go to Cabo Villas and look at how big the city is and look at well, you're gonna see. So when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good, so I instantly go to her, put her on her side, get a bag, and all of that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was crossing my heart, I hope it out. I was there the whole time in the game room, and then they was talking about cooking. So we made it to the living room. I put on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming, and then a female showed up. So, by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there. So it's like, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Quilla, I see she chilling, I put her aside, I go out and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, and I Quilla get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do, ATVs, a boat, dinner, I missed the chefs, I missed everything. Anyways, fuck that.
Okay. I don't want to hear him no more. He full of crap. I'm sorry. He just aggravates the hell out of me. That's good. Glad to hear you. Okay. She was naked when they were getting beat up. Right. But check this out. I'll show you something. I want to show y'all something. And you know how you looking for something, and then when you're not looking for something, you're gonna find it. Oh, I don't need to. Oh, no, that's not her. Because I do want to give her a big shout out. There was a content creator, a YouTuber, who did an interview with the attorney on her platform. And not only did she do an interview with the attorney, but she pointed out some shit. And when I tell you, baby, when I tell you, I believe that there was another person. And that it looked like it took place in the bedroom. Yeah. Yep. Because my thing, hold on, y'all. I hate when I can't find something. This shit, it really aggravates me, y'all. I'm so sorry. It really aggravates me. Just bear with me for a minute. Because what I want to show y'all something. And it might make y'all think twice. Damn, I'm getting aggravated. I can't find it. Can't find what I'm looking for. But when I'm not looking for it, I'm sure I'm going to find it. And that's what makes me so aggravated. We try talking about slumps. Oh, slump over the toilet in the room? Right. Hmm. And there's another thing I wanted to say where why is it her autopsy is saying, okay, her neck was broken. Now they're saying it wasn't? What's going on with that? Is this just another excuse not to arrest? First of all, okay, I'm so confused, right? And I'm still gonna look for what I wanted to show y'all so I could blow y'all minds as we talking. But I was talking on the phone to my peoples today, right? And I was saying, I'm so confused because it's not like they're covering up, they're working for the police. These are freaking hoodlum rats, okay, that killed a young lady. Why is the government defending them? What's the freaking problem? Why can't they arrest them? Why can't you got enough evidence? You even got people coming forward. So what's the problem? I don't understand that. Now, I would see if, and no excuses, right? But I'm just saying, I would see if the cops were involved, right? And they were working, they were trying to cover up for the police and shit like that, like they always do. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't that. So what is this? What is this really about? Because at first I was like, what's going on with Mexico and shit? What they got out there in that villa, the cartels or something? But then my people's like, nah, remember, this is the United States problem. This is a United States issue. What's going on with us? We already messed up in the backwards. Now make it really, really trifling and not give these parents justice? This family is hungry. They've been out here grinding for justice. And you can't give them that? Why? What is going on? It's not like they are trying to cover something up for the police and shit like that. So I'm really not understanding what the problem is. I'm really not understanding what is going on. Someone please explain to me. Please. Because I don't understand. I really don't. I think this is really foul and it's messed up. You got more evidence than a little bit, baby. So what's going on? I found it. I found it. I found it. Her name is Queen Sheba. Okay. I'm going to put her link down there in a minute. But she did an interview with the attorney. She is a content creator. She's a YouTuber.
Educational wise, to be able to speak for themselves and really know the law and know their rights. But what resonated with me as you were talking,
she's a YouTuber. And she did an interview with the attorney. And when I tell you it was good, it was good. Right? But check this out. She opened my eyes. She opened my eyes. Queen Sheba Darling. That is her name. If any of y'all can go and put her link down in the description, please, I will really appreciate that. Queen Sheba Darling. She always be saying, please share my video. When people say share my video and stuff like that, I know that is not going to be a problem if I share the video. But I always go to them and I be like, listen, I'm gonna share that. So, you know. There is something that she said, and check this out. This blew me apart. There was another person she did it.
I'm nervous. I just discovered a fact in the Shanquella.
Oh man, I hate that. I can't. You know what? This phone it makes me sick. Okay.
Discovered a fact in the Shanquella Robinson case. You have to take a seat. I'm about to give you some explosive evidence that I do not think anybody called out. I was not looking for this. What I was doing is I was simply putting together the trailer for tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow is Shanquella's legal
Thank you, Bo.
Robinson, okay, is doing a live one-on-one interview with me. We are talking all things Shanquella Robinson. We're talking about the discovery trip to Mexico, all of those things. So please come with your questions. Please come with your questions. She's going to ask some of the tough questions that we have, and I am going to go there. She's ready. But listen,
I like her.
Last night, I recorded my commentary to talk about Shanquella Robinson, and what I wanted to do was answer some of the questions that you had. I'm going to play that for you, but some pieces of that, ignore that, because just 5 minutes ago, I heard the most explosive thing that is a fact. Nazir made a confession, and I think we missed it. Are y'all ready?
I sure did, sis, until you said something.
God. Are y'all ready to listen to this? For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
If you've ever paid to get your taxes done, you're about to stop. With Cash App Taxes, you're going to get the max refund without
Okay, I'm about to play an explosive piece.
And yes, she does know I'm using this piece. Okay, just for those that, you know.
Last week when I did my previous commentary, I said there is something that we are missing, and it's sitting right in front of us. And I think we've been looking so hard, we missed it. I'm about to play for you. Nazir Wiggins confesses there was an eighth person. Oh my God. There was another person in that villa, and that man tried to tell us that. Lord have mercy. Take a look.
I make a phone call. To everybody over there. Like, I need the address. So during this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Kula wasn't feeling good. They told me that Kula was sick and she was showing signs of alcohol poisoning. And they got that because one of their friends told them that they were seeing signs.
Did you catch that?
I told y'all.
He said,
that's why I got it from
when
them.
I called the villa, when I landed at the airport, I called the villa. That's the first time I heard that Quilla was sick. Okay, they told me she was sick. One of the 8 friends reported that to the medical people. Pause. That man tried to tell us in his report First of all, sir, you are very, thank you, sir. Because that man, I'm going to get to that. In his descriptive report,
I don't know if y'all can see it.
Pointed out there was another African-American male that was walking in and out of the house, talking to somebody on the phone. That's the
Let me read that.
Dejanay left off of the manifesto, the sign-in sheet. Y'all, this is unbelievable.
Yep.
He said it. There was an eighth person. One of the 8 friends reported that they were seeing signs of alcohol poisoning. Well, I be damned.
And she left the name out. She didn't put the name there. So who was there?
Trying to catch something. Let me play it one more time.
I'll make a phone call. To everybody who there. I need the address. So during this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Quilla wasn't feeling good.
Why is my phone doing this?
They told me that Quilla was sick and she was showing signs of alcohol poisoning. And they got that because one of their friends told them that they were seeing signs.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think Shanquella was ambushed when she got there. That could explain the reason she did not come out of that room. That 8th friend is that man that was in the house with her that she probably did not know or was not made aware of that he would be arriving. Okay, remember the chef. It's a concierge. There's a man and a woman here. The concierge said, I saw the man, and the man basically had the audacity to ask me, who are you? And I told him who I was, and I told him I will be helping you on your trip, but the girl never came out. Now, at first I was under the impression that it could have been Shanquella and Khalil. But then I thought about it after I gave you that commentary. I was like, well, wait a minute. If it were me and my best friend, I would be out and about. Now, you have to remember that man came to that house at a specific time. And Dejanay, the man got there. And Dejanay told him, I'm not landing until later. And he stayed there the entire time. I don't want to get too much into it because we're going to have the attorneys come in. The fact of the matter is there was an 8th person. And they are protecting this person. And it was a man. Wow. The report that the Mexican officials sent over. Man, I missed some very key items. And I cannot take credit for it. One of my viewers, and I'm not going to say her name, she knows who she is. Thank you so much. She combed through this report. She documented detailed notes. And she was able to catch it. Oh, this is what I missed. Go all the way to the top. Not only does he check he was a witness, he checks that he was a victim of the Capo 6. What in the hell happened in that villa? This man is also claiming to be a victim. Now, I don't want to jump too far into it. I have my thoughts, but right now I don't feel comfortable sharing because they're just, normally I feel comfortable. What do y'all think? What does he mean, victim? Was it a brawl? Do y'all think it was an all-out brawl?
So why?
In that villa? And who was he a victim of? Was he a victim of the Capo 6?
Why would the person put victim?
A little bit of both. I can't believe I didn't catch this. He's identified himself as a victim. That is very, very interesting.
Yep, right there. I'm looking at it.
That's item number 2 I missed.
Victim.
The same
injured.
Man, if we go to the end of the report that he wrote.
Wow.
He made it clear that Dejanay Jackson wrote Nazir's name down. But he's telling us something. And whatever it is, we're not catching on to it. And it's staring us right in our face. But maybe he can't say it. Maybe he's bound. There's only so much he can say. Y'all, I cannot take credit for this. One of my viewers sent this in. Look at this report really, really well. He was trying to tell us that Dejanay left somebody else off the guest list.
You see that in
assignment. If you look at spot number 1, she left it blank.
Yep.
And she went down to number 2.
Right there.
Now, either she left it blank or the other person left it blank. Remember when he came in, he said there were 2 people in that villa and nobody told him those guests would be arriving before the main group. Someone else called out that the place setting at the table was set for 8 and not 7. We're going to ask that question on Friday to the legal team. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Ain't no telling who was in that villa, y'all. It may not have just been the Cabo 6 because the man did claim he's a victim. Hopefully we'll find out. Thank you all for tuning in.
I don't know. Well, shout out to her, Queen Sheba. Thank you, sis. So I don't know what y'all think. One of their friends, she said, yes, Tracy, she may have been ambushed, but I hear one of their friends' voice says, I don't know. I'd like to see that report. Yes, I don't know. I know that report sure said witness on it. I seen that part. Who else was there? Who else was there? And why can't this family get justice? Why? It seems like nobody can get justice when shit happens. To certain people. It's wrong. It's really foul and it's wrong. I would play y'all the interview that she did with the. I will play y'all the interview she did with the attorney, but I want to ask her first if I could show y'all. If I could show y'all that part, I'll ask her that. But this part was already, But I want to ask if I could show y'all that part, and then if she say yeah, then I'll show y'all the interview she did with the attorney. But if y'all want to, y'all can go on her page, go look at that interview. I thought she did a good job. Please go sub, tell the Brooklyn Squad you're part of Brooklyn Squad. You know how we do. Listen. I was going to say a lot of black people, a lot of brown-skinned people never get justice when we go through some shit out here, right? But I didn't say that because I've seen other colored people not get justice either. So my thing is this. The system needs to change, right? But it's not going to change without us. If we don't put in the work and do something different too, and this is my opinion, say what you want. This is how I feel. Like what Ben Crump did, taking it to the president, baby, I thought that was brilliant. That was the beginning of a change. That's just for me. Because he did something more than just doing a march. You understand? He did something more than just doing a march. And those of y'all that know me on myself on this, y'all know I don't rock with Ben Crump like that. I mean, no shade. I like Ben Crump, but y'all know, I'm just gonna say Jelani Day. We're gonna leave it as that, right? But I do like Ben Crump, but there's just some things that And I'm not saying I don't like him. You can't not like somebody you don't know. And I don't know nothing about his work really. I need to learn about him and learn about what he does, right? But what I do know is, and what I have seen is, and what I do like is, right, that him and his team went above and beyond for Shanquella Robinson. So what's the next step? Because for me, that was the first step, was to go to go big like that. Because who else went big like that? I mean, we still waiting for Jelani Day to hit big like that. Why Jelani Day didn't get to the president? Even if it would have said no justice. Because I'd be damn well, they definitely would have said no justice there. Because in my case, with that case right there, I feel that the authorities are involved right there. So, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, what can we do, right, to continue to get what Ben Crump did for this family to continue going? And that's sticking together. I've watched people stick together with Shanquella Robinson's case, rather it's on the internet or on TV. They fought, and they fought hard, like George Foreman. And that's just for me. This is just my opinion. And y'all might say, yeah, but damn, she still ain't get justice. But they fought, and they didn't give up. They went high. They just didn't do marches. They just didn't get on the microphone and do dinners and meetings and stuff like that, and get on the internet. Like, yo, they reached the president, yo. Like, they went beyond. Something that shocked me, because I was like, they reaching what? Like, the family ain't no joke. Like, the family's going hard. Say what you want about that family. They family's going hard, which they should. But see, now what happens is, and I've already seen it on social media, on Facebook, they're going to start a war. Do they expect people to stay calm now? No, I hope they don't. Should we stay calm? They're going to start a war. And what I mean by that is because I have already seen people say, take it in our own hands. Since they couldn't get justice the right way, we're going to bring it to the streets. And that's got this young lady killed. That's what we don't want. So I think the government was really stupid to say no justice for this young lady. Because now they started a war. In my opinion. Do I think that is no justice forever? No, I just think that right now they're fighting with them to try not to get justice. But they never said it ain't never gonna be justice. Let's just pray and hope that something will happen so this young lady could get and her family could try to get some type of justice. You cannot bring this beautiful queen back. Her parents cannot bring this beautiful queen back. But God damn it, something needs to be done. Because you got these people, these monsters still working, still floating on the internet, still doing taxes, still popping babies, still living their life. Or would you rather for them to get and got on the street? That shows you that this governor and the presidents don't give a fuck about us. They said, let them kill each other. Who cares? Let them get buck wild on the street. We're going to lock them up anyway. Let them get got. They know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen. Listen, I don't know if there was 8 people there or not. Sound good to me. We'll see. There's a lot more that's still going to come out, I believe. Because now there's an autopsy that's saying that her neck wasn't broken, like her lawyer said. Then they saying it was. I don't know. But I do know that this young lady deserves justice. And this ain't right. This shit ain't right at all, man. It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. It just ain't. Like she said, you telling us that we're blind, that we didn't see what we saw, that our eyes are lying to us. Just like George Floyd. That man was on the floor with that cop knees on his neck. He couldn't breathe. And to find out that the cop knew him from way back then. Did y'all know that? Hey, sis. Hey, Sister D. You are? I got my eyebrows done, y'all, the other day. If y'all check out my Facebook, y'all see I did a video of it. Since 2 years, y'all, I haven't had it done. Stop playing with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. But that cop knew George Floyd from back then. So to me, that was some type of beef or something, like some type of hatred, some type of something like, yeah, he knew George Floyd before he was a cop or something like that. So it was like, come on, man, that shit was a downgraded murder. You murdered that man on live. And they try to tell us that we ain't see what we saw. Are you serious? So they trying to tell us again with Shanquella Robinson that we didn't see what we saw? We saw a naked black queen getting attacked by you know what? I was gonna say something about Deja, oh baby. But I'm a by that, you know what was attacking her. You know what? I'm not gonna be nice. They wasn't nice. They murdered that young lady. That thing, that she attacked her, murdered her, killed her. There's no being nice. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice what they did. I try to be nice on here. I try to hold my tongue on here. I try to watch what I say on here. We're talking about cold-blooded murders. Allegedly. Thank you, Tracy. You know, it's really messed up. Got me tight, I guess, right? Got me a little in my feelings right now with this case. Because she was young, she was smart, she was out, she had something going for herself. They said, oh, her boyfriend was a drug dealer. Oh, she had a, who gives a damn? How y'all know? Was y'all there with a boyfriend? Who cares? Hey, Dr. RBH. Hey, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? She had something going for herself. For herself. She ain't responsible for what her man had. She had something going for herself. And they took that away from her. They robbed her from that. They murdered her. She would never have kids. She would never be a grandmother. She would never see what her future would have been like with the shop that she had and everything. This girl had a shop and she was braiding kids' hair. She could have made it big. Who gave them that right to do that? Why are these kids becoming killers? And then and let me tell you something, it's early ages at that. 9 years old becoming murderers. 5 years old becoming murderers. And we're going to talk about that next time on here also. Is it how we're raising our kids? Is it the obsession that they want to become a murderer? What is it? It's a shame. It really is. It really, really is. And you know, that's why I don't take life for granted. For real, for real. Every day I'm grateful. Because I woke up this morning. God didn't have to give me that. I didn't have to wake up. Look how many people didn't. Every day I'm grateful. Every day, no matter what goes on in my life, no matter how bad and nasty fucking people treat me and talk shit about me on the internet. Because it's only on the fucking internet, excuse my language, because it's not out here in real life. I ain't got no problems with nobody out here in real life, for real, on some real G stuff. Like, no problems with nobody out here in real life. It's only on the internet. Serious. It's crazy. You try to help people. And people just turn it around and just talk all type of nasty, dirty. And it's like, and I say, you know what? I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. Right, sis? Voices of Vanish said, I had crazy old ladies. You know what I mean? Keyboard cowards. Oh, I like that one, Kathy. Oh, I like that one. Damn, Kathy, you be hiding some stuff over there. Where you be coming for, Kathy? Coming from? Oh, and if y'all don't know, let me tell y'all something. Hold up. Before we go, because I got a hubby that I do got to cook for. Okay, he's hungry, probably coming from work. But our girl Kathy, okay, was on YouTube herself. Okay? Yes, she was. So please go check her out. I am going to try to put this. How can I do this? What is okay, let me see. Our girl Kathy, yes, she was. Oops. Matter of fact, let's just play it. Oh, I don't got permission from the person. But it's called Stirred. What is it called, Kathy? I'm looking at it. I want to make sure I say it right. Roosted and Boosted. I can't play it because I didn't get permission from them. But Kathy is on here. Look at Kathy B, y'all. Shout out to her. Okay, I want to play it, but I can't. I'm going to have to ask the person first. But what I would do is I will put the link into my comments. Go check them out. Because when we be asking about the solution, they not only talking about the solution, but they going to be given the solution. The society is ruining us. You did it for me. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Why didn't I just ask you, right? Thank you. I mean, I was so happy when I seen that. I saw part 1 and 2, girl. You just gave me one part. I went by and looked at 2 parts. Okay. Okay. You know we support each other, mamita. Of course. So please go check that out. Once I asked that the main person of that channel if I could show it to y'all, and they say yeah, then I'm gonna show it to y'all. So we're gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Kathy doing her thing. Yes, baby. So go check them out. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Also, Peachy Tea Time. Peachy. Let me go to her channel because I don't know if she's still here, but I love watching her. when I'm in my bed at nighttime, and she's another channel that I watch also. Forgot to tell my girl that. Hold on. And she does interviews like we do over here. She does interviews with parents that have lost their children, that's going through trauma. That, oh my God, this lady, let me tell you something. Very touching, very sad. She does a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Okay. She was just in the comments. Peachy Tea Time. Her link is down there, y'all. Also, please go hit her up. She also joined our Brooklyn True Crime group. She has she does crime. Yeah. But I think she also does something else on her Facebook. So you got to check her out on Facebook also. And it was her birthday the other day. It was her birthday. She also did Shanquella Robinson a few months ago. Yeah, so go check her out. She has done interviews with families that lost their loved ones. When I tell you I be in my bed with my little crackers watching her, when it's wind down time for me, she's one of the people that I watch. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, guys. I'm gonna call it a nighty. I gotta go cook for the hubby. He's being patient because I told him I wanted to jump on live. I didn't plan this live. I didn't. I was gonna do a live this week, probably tomorrow. Because Saturday 845 Hope Alive 845 is having a bake sale. It's a fundraiser cake bake sale event, if I'm saying it right, okay? And I'm going. I am going, and I am making a pineapple upside down cake. I'm donating it. I'm not having my own table. I don't want none of that stuff. I'm just gonna donate it to them. I'm trying to see if I could find the flyer. Here it is. Okay. Yes. So yeah, they're having something. I don't know what the flyer is. There's something I want to say though. And I'm gonna do a whole nother live for this, but I should mention it while I'm on this live. Drexel Tosi, the case that I was working on. Remember him, guys? I had got really close with his mom. She never came on the show yet, but behind the scene, me and her talk. Ooh, when we talk for hours. He was the tattoo artist from Manhattan, 26 years old. He had went missing September 25th of last year. From his job, he texted his girlfriend and said he was going to the movies, and it was 9:25 at night. The cops ignored the mother. It was an open case, but detective never called the mother back in 9 months. I called the detective. I called twice actually, and I didn't get no message. She never called back. They did a shitty job. they found his body. They found him last week. It's not even a week yet. It's a few days, I think. Right, right there from his job. Right there. Right there. In the same building. I think it was like, was it? She said in the same building or downstairs? Because I thought it was in the next building. But I remember her telling me, and she told me when I spoke to her a few days ago, she was saying, "Oh, remember when I told you that the building is so big, you gotta like walk up." His body was right there. They never looked at the footage. He did go to the movies that night and came right back to the job. She's waiting for the autopsy. Her only son. Her only son. She's broken. I want to do a whole nother separate video for him because I want to give him that time for his own video. You know what I mean? I want to just do a whole separate one, but I wanted to mention him on here. We don't know how he died. We don't know if it was homicide or suicide, right? We don't know nothing till the autopsy come back. Very sad. Very sad. So I'm gonna do another video on him, but yeah, I wanted to bring that up. All right, Brooklyn Squad, I love you guys, and I'm gonna say thank you for coming up here. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. I really do. I missed y'all. I said I just need to come on here. Even to spend some time with you guys and just to talk about Shanquella. I just need to come on here with you guys. Oh, and when I was talking about people talking shit about on the internet, what was the name that Kathy B said? It's nobody that you guys know. Well, you seen the person once. That was it. Because I know y'all probably like, oh, who's she talking about? Uh-oh. Y'all seen the person only one time, so. But it's just crazy. I'll tell Dave y'all said hi. I'm about to go make him a bacon cheeseburger and some French fries. So let me go and take care of my wifey duties. But yeah, we're definitely going to the 845 Hope Alive's event on Saturday. I'm looking forward for that. It's a bake sale, and you know what 845 Hope Alive do. They do what we do. You know what I'm saying? But they're more out there. Their foot's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But they deal with, people that are missing their loved ones. They deal with runaways, basically people that can't find their children and stuff like that. So it's sad because a lot of their cases winds up not being alive too, being deceased also. You know what I mean? It's sad. But yeah. Forget crazy people. I know, girl. Girl, I had to be like, huh, you and your mama go ahead somewhere. I'ma pray for y'all. And it was it was dumb because I didn't even do shit. That's the whole crazy part. But I'll tell y'all about that next time. I ain't got no problem. I keep it 100 with y'all. I was definitely gonna talk. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. We're gonna have a good old laugh about it. But I gotta go right now, y'all. I gotta go right now. But keep Shanquella Robinson and all the victims and family in prayer. And be safe. And thank you for rocking with your girl. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm out. Peace. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. And peace, y'all.